Hello, my dear students. Based on your request, I am making a video on higher order functions in Python. Okay. So even before we go and work on those higher order functions, we need to understand what are the iterables in Python. Hope you are aware of these things. The list, tuple, string, dictionary, set, the range object. All these are iterables. It means that you can run a loop, else you can iterate through each object of this particular the iterables. Okay. For suppose if this is my list where I'm having a list or my list name is list A and I'm going to have the list 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can run a loop on top of this one for I in or else for item in list A. Okay. Now what I can do, I can display those numbers. Okay. List name is this one. So like this, one by one, okay, element by element I can access and display over there. So similarly, I can work with this tuple, string, dictionary. Okay, I can also see this. For suppose say that my string equals to hello. Okay, we can iterate over that one for char in s. Okay, print char. So that individual characters I can access from the string. Okay. Similarly, if I want to access this particular dictionary items, okay, I'm just having this copy here. I'm going to keep my dictionary name as dictionary A. Okay, how to access these things? For let me see that. Okay, for item in this dictionary A. Okay, I just want to see that the print item. If we see that what it is giving basically, it is trying to give us what are the keys which are available, so that if I have the key, I can access the value within this one. Okay, this is how we can access specific elements from these iterables. Okay, on top of this one, if I have to say that, okay, is there a way that I can access the values of this one? Okay, so here we need to understand the views of a dictionary. Okay, where so for suppose this is my dictionary name, so that individually I can access the keys, I can access the values also. Okay, how can I get that? For key in what is my dictionary name? Dict A. Okay, I'll get the keys. Okay, then I want to display the key. Okay, both are giving the same answer. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to get the values for value in dictionary A. Okay, so this is how I can get the values now. What if I want to get both the things? Okay, so for this one we use the dictionary views. Okay, for that one in place of these keys and values I can keep, I'm going to keep dictionary items. Okay, now it is going to return the key and the value pair to us, where I can display key and the value. You can see that, right? So that using these views in a dictionary, I can get the keys, I can get the values, I can get the key and the value pairs together. So this is how I can iterate through each element of these iterables. Hope you got it, right? What are these iterables? How to access the each element using the loops? Okay, this is the way to work with them. When it comes to the higher order functions, okay, in Python we have higher order functions like the map, we have the filter, okay, and we are having radius. Okay, these are the functions. So, what is this higher order functions? Basically, if a function is taking another function as an argument, then that will become an higher order function over there. Okay. Then how to work with these things? When to use map, when to use filter, when to use the reduce. Okay. So these are the things that we are going to work with. Let me keep this one in comment form. Go to the new cell here. I would like to write. Okay. For suppose, if I have a list of numbers, okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now, for this one, what I want to do, I want to square each element, or else what I want to do, I want to subtract 1 from each element. I want to add 100 to each element. So that whatever is the activity, the function, if you want to apply on each and every element of this iterable, okay, then we'll go and use the map function where every element is mapped to a new element. Okay, by using that particular function. Okay, here our requirement is like for each element here, say that my list name is L I am taking. Okay, so here for each one I want to add 100. Okay, how to add this one, this is what we are going to see. Okay, so basically the map function is going to, okay, if I have to see the syntax, first it will take the function followed by that iterable name. Okay, so let me keep this list name as list A. Here also I'm passing list A. Okay, so in place of the function here, what I need to do, I want to add 100 to each and every element. Okay, so for that one we are going to define one function. Okay, where I'm giving the function name as add 100. Okay, every time it will take one element, to that element it will add 100. Okay, so that I'm just taking that number, okay, to this number, whatever it is going to return, right? So that I'm saying that return that particular number plus 100. So this is what we are defining. So what is the function name here? Add 100. So in place of this function I need to use this. Okay, so here I just want to showcase that result. Okay, basically I am having one iterable here. To the map function I am forwarding as an argument a function, and I'm also giving one iterable. So now what will happen? This add function is applied on each and every element of my list here. Okay, every time it will go here, it will add 100 and it will return that value. Okay, so to this one, it is going to, it's going to map with 1 plus 100. So it will become 101. That is how it is going to work. Okay, we'll try to see whether it's going to give the results or not, then we'll see. Okay, yeah, it is returning the map object, that address it is giving, but I want to convert that one into, okay, it is giving some generator here. So whatever is the value it is giving here, I need that particular value as a list. Okay, for this one, I need to convert the entire mapped objects into list. So this is how we are going to use the map function over here. Okay, similarly, what I'm going to do, if I have a list of numbers, if I want to eliminate the values which are not integers or float values, or else if I want to filter the numbers which are greater than 2, greater than 100 from a list, right? For suppose if I'm having list of elements like 100, 200, okay, minus 90, yeah, this one, okay, minus 90, I want to have 0, okay, let me keep the value 20. Okay, this is my list. Now what I want to see here, I want to get the values greater than 0. Okay, I want to filter the values, so I want to get 100, 200 and 20 as an output. Okay, so here we are applying the filter function. So here filter also takes, okay, a function as an argument and the list which is iterable. Okay, now so this is the result of filtering. Okay, for this one, for filtering, I need to define one function. Okay, mm, function name is greater than 0. Okay, so it is going to take a number. Okay, after taking the number, it is going to return if it is greater than 0. Okay, when it is a number is greater than 0 or not, it is going to work on it. You're understanding this logic, right? So based on this logic, we are going to work on this particular thing. Okay, let me execute the logic and we'll see. Okay. So what is our function name here? So this is our function name. I'm just copy pasting. Okay, I'm giving the function name. I'm giving that the iterable over here. It is like one. Let me keep this one as b. And here also it is like list b. Okay, I'd like to print the results. Okay, results. This is what. So it will be passed here. I'm calling the function here. Yeah, again it is returning the object. So again, what I need to do, I need to convert that particular object that has been returned into a list. So this is how it is working, the filter. So basically I can filter the even numbers, I can filter the odd numbers by applying the logic. I can get the positive numbers, I can get the negative numbers, all these activities that I can do. Okay, hope you got the purpose of the map, the purpose of the filter by understanding the basic syntax for this one. So the map function will take the two values as two arguments, I should say. One is the function, one is the iterable on top of which you want to apply this particular function. Similarly, filter also. Okay, what you want to filter exactly, what is your condition on top of what you want to work. Okay, next, when it comes to the reduce, okay, one of the example that I would like to give over here is that I'm going to have a sales details. Okay, say that date wise sales, say that hundreds, okay, 200, say 50, and say 500. Okay, for 4 days these are the sales that, okay, I had. Now I want to see what are the total sales. Okay, means when I say the total sales, it is like the 100 plus 200 plus 50 plus 500, means ultimately it is going to return a single value for us. Are you understanding this one? It is going to return a single value for us, means it is reducing all the values into a single aggregated value. Okay, so here we are going to get this one. So here I want to see that uh, total sales. Let me just write the functions first. We are going to write the reduce function, so which is going to take the function along with the iterables. Okay, now so we are going to reduce. Again, it is expecting a function to be executed here. So I'm creating a function. The function is for the add, where every time, if you see that, right? So the difference between map, filter, and reduce is that reduce is expecting two values initially. So here filter means every time it will take one number, it will check whether it's a greater or lesser, then it will give the results. Map also, it will take each element and it will map to the corresponding logic whatever I have given, right? When it comes to the reduce, I cannot add a single number, right? I need two numbers. That's why it is expecting two numbers. Okay, I'm giving the m and n. Okay, I can give any number. So it should return m plus n, the sum of these two numbers. Next, this sum and the 50 will be forwarded to this particular add function. Then it will return again this entire sum and 500 will be forwarded. Like this, three times it will be using this, calling this add function here. So what is my function name here? Add. Okay, let me store these results into a variable called total sales. Now I would like to print total sales. Okay, so this is how we are going to, let me see it's going to work or not. We'll see. Now it is showing that name reduce is not defined. Just like the filter and a map, I'm not able to use it directly. So it means I need to download a library where I can get this particular reduce function, higher order function. Okay. So we are getting this particular function from functools. Okay. From functools import reduce. Okay. Now see, ultimately when it comes to the programming, it is all about working with the errors. Okay. Let me summarize whatever I have done so far. So we try to understand what are the iterables, how to access the elements of the iterables. Later, we have seen this how to work with the map, okay, the basic syntax part. So when I call this one, okay, it is having arguments like function and the iterable. It will go here. Every time for each element, this function is applied. Okay, similarly, for each element, it will go and check this particular condition. When it comes to the reduce, right, if I want to perform multiplication operation for all these elements, right, then in place of this one, I need to replace this plus with multiplication symbol. That is how it works. So similarly, if you observe here, we need to get it. So ultimately, at a basic level, we need to understand the syntax part, how these functions are working, okay, whether they are independent functions or else whether they are from the other libraries so that I can use those functions. So this is what ultimately we need to get. Hope you got it. Okay. Provide your feedback over there so that I'll come to know whether you got it or not. Thank you so much.